So now that we have our base cut, mine is out of HDPE. It's called Starboard from Tap Plastics. It's uh, it's cut to size by them. Well, this one I actually put on a mill, but they can cut you pieces to size. But I took this to the mill and cut all the little holes, including the alignment holes, which I'll explain in another video in case you want them. That's another optional feature that you don't actually need, but can be nice for manufacturing. Okay, next thing I need to do is figure out how long of a screw I need to mount these things. So, right here, this is a 12 millimeter, about 12 and a half. It's half inch starboard, right? But who knows what that actually means? Like they'll call it half inch, even though it's like 10 millimeters, 11 millimeters, 12 millimeters, 13. Like it's just easier for them to call it half inch. So what I have here, if it's 12 and a half, that would mean that this M5 by 20 millimeter is too long, but I put a washer on it, right? So here I have M5 by 20 with a washer on it and a scrap piece of aluminum extrusion here, and I'm going to see if it can fit on this, which that is a little deep here. Okay, now I don't have any M5 by 18, but I have M5 by 16, so I'm going to give that a try now. See if that gets deep enough. So with that, I'm not going to use a washer. I'm going to see if it gets deep enough. Ooh, that's close. But it's what I got, so I think I'm going to go for it. Okay. So now that I got that set, I know how deep of a screw I need. I've got my frame flipped upside down. In case it doesn't look right, it's flipped. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is set this base on top of it. Mine, let's see how this is aligned. Oh, yeah. It lines up just centered. Either way. Okay. Something like that. Give it some extra space over here. And start lining up my slot nuts. I guess I should load some up front too. Okay. Now, I thought there were only 3 holes on this side. I can see that there's 4 holes on this side, but I only preloaded 3 slot nuts. So I'm gonna have to put in a drop in, or not care, but I'll put in a drop in just to show you guys how. So drop ins. The other side, I forgot to design these holes in the design. I'll make sure by the time it's released, it has those extra holes in here. But I forgot it in this one, so no big deal. It'll still work just fine. So I got that. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes in the back. So I need 5 for the back and 5 for the front. Okay. And now I need to line everything up. So I'll be standing up working over my build here. So I want to line the base up to the frame here and then line up these slot nuts to the holes, and I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. Okay, now I'm going to do the far side. Okay. I'm going to do the left side now. Now again, I forgot to put that extra hole, the extra 2 holes in here. So I have a slot nut in here. It's just going to rattle around. Hopefully my machine moves smooth enough that it doesn't actually rattle it. I could also put an M5 grub just to lock it in there. And to be honest, I've actually used a little bit of hot glue to just stick it in there. A little sinful of me, but it worked. Now this is the side that's getting the slot, the drop nut. So I'm going to take my M5 by 16 and take a pair of snips, come about 2 threads down, and just lightly squeeze this thing and then twist the screw up. And I just slightly distorted the threads on this. That will make sure this turns as I install it. All right, that looks pretty good. Then I lift this up, get that drop nut to fit in there. There we go. And then start dropping screws and twisting them in. I guess I got black screws mixed with silver. Typically don't do this, but whatever. I'm just going to mix them. It's too late to turn back. Maybe my punishment in the next life will be less if I just have black in the back and keep the silver up front. All right, and then I tighten them in. Maybe if they catch. All right. That one's not catching. Okay. Oh. Okay, these are all a little short. I might have to order some 18 millimeters, or I can go back to the 20s and use just an extra washer in there because they almost fit. So I'm not gonna, change the video for that. You get it, I'm sure. The slot nut fit just fine though, so that one's in there. The drop nut fit, that one's holding. But yeah, none of these other ones are grabbing, so I'll swap them out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.